So, welcome everyone to our edition of training on why fixing your quotes is a really important part of delivery of conversion with your clients. Now, there's a whole range of things that need to happen before you get to a quoting stage in building rapport with the client and dealing with their fears and frustrations. But today, our focus is solely on the actual quote and the components that need to be in there so that you can maximize your uptake of quotes that you put out. Now, first of all, the reason this came about is because we do this organically with our clients. We help them through their processes, and we found that there were considerable gaps in what people were doing. So we thought we'd share this training so that you too can fix your quotes and see if you can up your conversion rates for yourselves as well. So that's why the training came about. But why are quotes important? Well, first of all, I'm going to totally dismiss everything you know about quoting and create one very quick correction. You as a business should never be quoting. Why? Because a quote is saying, I'm competing. A quote is saying, compare with me. See what others are compared to me. And if you haven't got the right information out there for them to see and compare you with, then you're actually on the back foot. But more so that if you actually go in with a different mindset, a different intention, and dismiss and never, ever, ever use the word quote again, you will become so powerful in your presentation and you won't be competing anymore. So what do you change that to? We're going to talk about that and what exactly you're going to say and what you're going to put into the quotes moving forward. But if I can think of an analogy to give you, I would say that if you consider your quoting process, it's like doing a dance. You've got to turn the music on first. You've got to set the scene. You have to turn up. You have to be dressed for it. You have to present correctly. And then you get your partner and attract them into a dance. So if we think of it like dancing, it is really important that you take them through that journey. And some of it starts before, but this is from the quote process and after the delivery. So we're going to cover today what you should say in your emails. We're going to cover what words to remove. And we're also going to cover some communication that needs to happen with the client once the quote has been delivered. So all these are just little tips and tricks to help you get the edge. Now, at the end of today, anyone who sits through this and watches it, there will be a little gift that I'm offering at the end. It doesn't matter whether or not you attend live. You can request it. We have 5 available. So stay to the end and you'll get an opportunity to pick up one of these great gifts, which is for businesses, of course. So moving right along. So why do we need to move the word quote from your vocabulary? It's because you become a competitor. We want people to feel confident and comfortable that you are proposing for them and you're putting a proposal together. But proposal still sounds a little bit like you are, it's not as competitive as the word quote, but it's still there. So the words that we suggest to our clients to use are scope of works or schedule of works are the 2 most dominant ones that we use. So when you're sending that email, in your subject matter, scope of works or works to do with your whatever it is your industry is in. For example, it's great that you are now conscious of the changes that you're doing and you've already pre-thought about it. So talking to them about what they have already done, whether it be other works, what you like about their house, making sure that you let them know that they're doing something well and you're there to support them. So by continually focusing on supporting them to get their outcomes, you are then taking their focus off the price and putting it on the outcome, which is that they want the job done. So Focus on the client's need and the client's outcome in your opening statement. Now, when you then attach the quote, the next thing that it needs to be is it needs to be a clear information. And again, delete anything that says quote. The other word that I want you to delete off there is price. If anywhere you have the price is, or you totaling up everything that is in the scope of works, and then you have price at the bottom, I want that to be deleted as well, along with the word quote. The word that you will use in place of price is total. It's people become fixated on price and they become fixated on quotes when you do. So take that out of the document and you will have a much better chance of them just being focused on the outcome like you. Now, the next thing that you attach to this document is a business document. We have what we call our simple power statements, and it's a document that it demonstrates what the business does and how it does it. It talks about what they do, how they do it, who their market is, which will fit in with whoever your client is. So they say, oh, this is about me. They are my kind of business. But it covers it off in a way that's very easy to understand. So, and then we actually attach it in two different ways. One way we attach it is in a PDF for businesses who are, or people who are opening it from a computer, but we also attach it in a document, in a PNG or a JPEG file. So anyone who's looking at it on their phone or looking at it as soon as they open their computer, some people are a bit funny about opening PDFs. It'll just hit them in the face. So it'd be like, wow, I can't miss that. So it gives you some headlines about what is important in your business and why you're going to serve them well. So the SPS document is critical, and part of the gift does include some of that in there. So let us know if you're staying along to the end, whether you're wanting to know about this further. The next thing that you do is you then attach the scope of works, correction from quote now, scope of works, and the SPSs, or a business document that explains what you do. And you start by saying, once you've hit send, you then start by, the next step to get it clear is to grab your phone and text them right away. So why do we do this? We text them because 1 out of 3 times you'll miss them. There'll be something, it'll end up in the junk, something will go wrong. And if I had $1 for every time a business told me that they had sent a quote that they thought they hadn't won, but they just never got it, the client never got it, it happens all the time. So you want to let them know, 1, you're efficient, and 2, that it's sitting there and you're ready to do business. So you're attentive. So that shows confidence. If you don't answer it, they either think you're too busy or you don't care. So by texting them, you're actually saying, I'm ready. So when that happens, what you do is you send them a text to say, in your own words though, hey, I just hit send on the email with your real scope of works. Can you just let me know you've received it? Now, if they say yes, give them about 5 or 10 minutes to check. And if they say yes, you ask, have you had a chance to look at it? And if they then say yes, then you text them, great. Do you have any questions? So if they say no, then your next step is to take them off the dance floor and buy a drink, right? So if they say, no, I have no questions, the next question is, would you like me to schedule you in? So that is you giving them customer service. If they say not yet, say, okay, well, when you're ready, please send me a message through and let me know. Now, if they say no, once that you've said, have you had a chance to look at it, then just ask them to contact you once they do. And of course, after 1 or 2 days, follow up with a phone call, give them the customer service, ask them if they have questions. The biggest problem I find that we encounter with businesses is they believe a client not contacting them is because a client is rejecting them. And that is not true. Everybody is busy. We are all overwhelmed. Everyone has lives and sport and kids and parents and business and friends and parties. And you are not on the top of their priority list unless it's something that is catastrophic or dangerous. So you are actually doing them a favor by contacting them. So the moment you stop thinking that you are annoying them and that you're begging, and you start believing that you're coming from a place of intention to help them, then it will change how you feel about it. It will also take away that feeling of desperation. It's more a feeling of, I'm just doing my job. So there is one more thing I know I've missed in the email that I want to look back at, because my brain's just told me there was something there we did miss. And that is that in that email, let's cover again what I said, because there was one important factor I missed. So you've got your scope of works attached, you've got your intro, you've got the right subject line, you've got your no pricing written in there, it's all totals. You've also asked them to contact you if they have any questions. Ask them that if this looks great to you and you would want to book in, please text me right away so I can schedule you to start. Now, again, this is just taking that quote to that next step, which is getting that action done. Because people go, oh, yeah, that's great. And then they'll switch off because you haven't told them what the next step is. So make sure the most critical part of that is to give them the opportunity to take it up. Now, if you're a little bit more established and you're a business that has things like Stripe or MYOB payments in place, you can put a link in there and they can pay ready to go. You've just made their job so much easier so that they can say yes. If they're old school, you might say pick up the phone anyway. But it depends on your business as to what's best for you and the structure and the processes that you have in place so that you can service your clients the best you possibly can. So that covers off what to put in the quote, attaching the scope of works, something about your business to make you stand out and why you're different to your competition, your simple power statements, which we can help you with should you need us to. And also making sure that you give them the ability to call you for questions and also confirm or start works with you should they decide that they're wanting to proceed. And last of all, making sure you do those follow-up texts. So that concludes everything that I wanted to share with you today on how to fix your quotes so that you can improve your conversions. And what I wanted to also offer you is a cheat sheet. So if you want me to DM me quotes, I'll send you the cheat sheet that actually shows you what to put in there. And for 5 lucky people, we are offering you the opportunity to do a one-on-one 5-day business exit, avoid stress and plan ahead, where we will help you get some clear information and clarity on your marketing. We've had feedback from clients that they've gone from being a -24 to a 2 on their marketing after being through the 5 days with us, where we will help you work out who your clients are, how you actually serve them with superpower statement, and how to get your messages out so that you can improve your online visibility. Being relevant today is so important to businesses, and we just want to give you a little bit of a hand to get an edge, because it's not hard. It's just a few simple steps, and we can get those organized with you in 5 days. You could DM us if you are interested, and we will start the process with you.